Hello, fellow freelancers. So today, once again, before we get started, if you want to leave a comment, please feel free to leave a comment under any video. But just also please leave your language combination right before the comment, like write Spanish to English or French to German or FR-DE or whatever you want, and then the comment. And I like if people do that, just even if you're not a professional translator, if you're just starting out or something, if you could just leave your language combination there, just so we, get an idea of what different languages people have, and so you can also see if maybe there are other people in your language combination and stuff like that. So anyway, yeah. Having got that out of the way, let's get started on the video. What's this video about? Oh yeah, specialization. Okay, so specialization is a question I get quite often, and I know I've sort of addressed this in the past, but I wanted to address it again because it's important, and I wanted to tell you what I thought about it. So the question is, when you say that you're a translator, when you put your profile there on Upwork, pros.com, or whatever it might be, if you send your resume out, your introduction letter, contacting clients, whatever it is, and you say that you're a translator, you'll say, I'm a, say, French to English translator. And then you need to say, or you can say if you have any specializations: legal, financial, marketing, medical, IT, travel, whatever it might be, anything along those lines. And a lot of people don't like doing that because they feel like they're narrowing their choices a bit too much. They feel that they might miss out on certain opportunities, right? Because if they say, oh, I specialize in financial, and then something comes out in, I don't know, a medical translation, and they won't get that opportunity. And sorry. And I just wanted to talk about that a bit because actually I believe that you should specialize, and you should specialize early. You should choose what your specializations are and stick to them. And there's several reasons why. First of all, and it's true, maybe if you say I specialize in legal translations and someone needs a marketing translation done, you're going to miss out on that opportunity, or you might. On the other hand, if legal is your specialization, there's probably a reason for that. You either studied law, or you've done a lot of legal translations, you worked in a law firm, or I know, something along those lines, and that's why it's your specialization. And if someone needs something in marketing or a medical translation, you shouldn't be tackling that, okay? So like, I tried, and I know this from experience because I have received medical translations. I'm like, yeah, I can work on it. And it was a disaster, because I know nothing about medical translations or the medical world. And so it's definitely something I shouldn't be tackling. So it's true, I did get that job, but it was a complete disaster. It was a very short job. It took me so long to do it. In the end, I didn't do a very good job, and they never hired me again. So I'm really against that, and I think you should have a specialization, and there are quite a few reasons for it. A, because you will do a better job at what you do. B, you're going to earn more. If you say I just a general freelancer and that's it, you're going to get jobs for people who want a general freelancer, i.e., who pay a bit less. When I need to hire a translator in a different language or anything along those lines, I only hire people who have a specialization. If I need a legal translation done, a contract or a legal document, something along those lines, I only have people who in their profile say they do legal translations. By the way, you can have more than one specialization. You can do, like legal and financial or something like that. That's fine. But you just don't try to be a jack of all trades and try to do everything, because you can't do everything well. And so yeah, if I need a legal translation done, I'm only looking for someone who does legal translations, and which means they're only going to do legal translations, and they're going to get paid more for the legal translations they do, and because they're good at what they do, and people recognize that they specialize in legal stuff, and that's what they do. So if you do have a specialization, you might miss out on certain opportunities in medical and marketing, but you will get paid more for your legal translations if that's your specialty. And also there are other reasons. Quite frankly, you're going to work faster because it's something you know about. If you have to switch between marketing and medical and web design and this and that, all these different topics, it's going to be a lot harder to translate, and you're going to work a lot faster if you can do it yourself. Since it's going to be in that field, you're going to be earning more and more as time goes on, while if you just keep it general, you'll probably stay at the same pay grade for many years because you won't necessarily improve since you're doing a bit of everything. So yeah, anyway, that's just my 2 cents. I do think you should specialize. And the way to find out what you specialize in is basically, what you have experience in. If you've studied, and a lot of people contact me with this as well, because they'll say, well, I just studied law or, I don't know, international business in school, but I don't have a degree in translation. How can I do this? Because I just worked on a legal translation with some translators, and and so I had this in mind. So I was looking at their profiles, and I mean, I've worked with them before, but I wanted to look through their profiles again. And, their backgrounds are in law. Pretty much every single legal translator I work with has a background in law, not in translation. And then they got into translation later on. So they don't have a degree in translation, but like one is has a degree in law and she's a paralegal, and then I think like she had a kid, and then so now she's working part-time, so she does translation part-time as well. Another one also, he worked in a law firm as a lawyer, and now he doesn't anymore. Anyway, their background is in law. And so that's why they do legal translations. If you studied international business, then you should do business translations probably. International business, stuff along those lines. And by the way, as you continue, you might notice that you have certain specialties rather than others. Maybe after a while that you do business, you'll realize you're really good at financial translations, and that should become your specialty. Anyway, you can figure it out as you go along and what you're good at, and start getting translations in that. But I think quite soon, as soon as you realize that you have a specialty, that you have a specialization, you should stick to that. You should say, this is my specialization, because even though it might seem like you're missing out on stuff, it might seem counterintuitive, it actually is better, and it will be a lot better for your career in the long term. So anyway, yeah, I hope you find this useful, and I hope you're able to use it and it helps out. If you do find this useful, please don't forget to click thumbs up. Don't forget to click subscribe if you haven't yet. And yeah, don't forget, if you want to take my course, the cheapest place to get it is the link in the description below. And you can also click there to get my book in the Kindle format or physical. I recommend the Kindle format though. And yeah, anyway, I'll talk to you in the next video. Okay, thanks. Bye. Savedum.